So today I thought it'd be useful if I could show you guys some point play and really make you clear with how you can win tennis matches. Let's get to it. I thought it would make sense for you guys if I could quickly go through this tiebreak and give you a run through. So here I'm trying to be really dominant on the serve. I think you have to be aware of your conditions. So we're playing indoors, it's going to be quite quick. Aggression is going to be the thing to go for here. So pressing on the first serve, going for your spots, making sure that you're taking the ball as early as possible. That's clinical. Obviously, if you're playing outdoors, it's a bit different. You have to be a bit more patient. The ball isn't going to fly through as easily. As you can see, I've just stepped in for a return. This is what you have to do on here. No waiting around. And I think going into this, I'm feeling quite nervous, but I'm just sticking to my game plan, as I'll share with you guys after this match. And as you can see, another forward press. Very specific with the serve, making sure I make it awkward. And pressing. See there, I've just hit a very deep ball. I haven't tried to go for anything special. Haven't tried to hit any corners. Just kept it very flat, very heavy, central, not giving him any angle. Not too bothered about that miss. I was trying to do the right thing. He'd obviously hit a second serve. I should be making it, I should be pressing onto it. But I did quite well up to this point to press, so one ball in the tape isn't the big deal, and I've just moved forward. Then here, remember this point, ace. At 4-3 you need it. Takes a bit of tension away. That's just from practicing lots of serves. And I think as well, it was tricky. He was trying to put the pressure on. I think it's like who can do it the best. As you see there, beautiful drop shot. And it's very high tempo, so it's really hard if you sort of have to keep quite a good level throughout. I think if you sort of give the opponent anything, especially on these indoor courts, you're punished. I like to normally play quite a defensive game, but I think indoors it just doesn't work, especially with brand new balls that we were using. I'm just going to get slaughtered pretty much. It will be either slowly defeated or you're playing someone with massive weapons who just blast you off the court each point. So making sure that you press. I mean, normally in matches you should be trying to attack anyway, but even more so in these kind of conditions. A few times I felt like things were out of my control. He'd hit a few good serves, he'd hit some deep balls, and I'd missed. I mean, there I've tried to go line, maybe the wrong shot, but I was trying my best. Now, I like to have 3 things for this game plan. I think it keeps it quite simple. You don't want too much to remember, so you want quite complex things, but only a few of them. The first thing is the serve. So my main focus is having a high serve percentage. Now, it's not just making serves in, it's obviously hitting aggressive serves, putting them under pressure, but it's that combined with the placement. For example, you're hitting wide serves, getting them off the court, you open up the other side of the court to hit into. That takes a lot of stress off of you. If you can really nail down them first serves, it takes so much pressure off of your gameplay, I guess. That being said, you can also do that with second serves, especially on surfaces like clay. Hitting kickers gets them off the court, and it's not necessarily hitting the most amazing serves, it's doing something different, it's adding variety. If you hit really fast T serves every point, it gets predictable and the opponent has no stress, whereas if you're hitting body serves flat, then kickers T for second serves, it keeps them on their toes. I think dealing with it before against players, it's been very stressful, so it's, for me, something really simple that you guys can do. The second thing is returning. So for the return game, you want to make sure that for second serves you're pressing. I think that's quite generalised. I think normally players like to do that, but sometimes in matches you can get quite tight and you forget, but you should always put the pressure on for second serve, especially at the start of the match, because it puts the pressure onto them instead. If they're missing first serves, there's then so much more stress for them to hit good second serves, and if you're nailing them, then it's going to be a nightmare for them. And with first serves, if they're hitting like really quick first serves, which most players are, it's being brave and counter-punching. You don't want to be defensive off of first serves, otherwise you're never going to break, which is what you want to do. And if you can't break, that puts a lot of pressure on your service game, which you don't need. So I like to counter-punch. It's stepping up to the court, it's taking it early, and I guess redirecting the ball. Typically, I like to go down the middle. It doesn't give them any angle. So get yourself out there, get onto a practice court, have someone smack some serves down at you. Focus on just being really set in your ways with counter-punching, not giving in, not playing negatively. You want to be brave and take the ball on no matter the speed. This last part is quite specific to me, so you really need to find out what your strengths are. I would advise that you use the first and second part of the game plan because they're quite basic and you can do them really well if practiced, and that can be very effective on court. The reason that I say that this last part is quite specific for me is because it's suitable for me. I'm quick on court, I can time the ball very well, and I like to play a quick game. So for me, it's taking the ball early, taking the pressure off of me and putting it onto the opponent. You're taking it early, you're not having to hit massive shots, but because you're taking it on the rise and it rushes the opponent. So a lot of the work is done just by that. It's redirecting from the balls that I take early instead of standing behind the baseline like someone else might and try to hit the ball quite hard and crush it. That I just know that isn't my game style. So find what's best for you. You might find that you struggle to be patient, but you have massive weapons. So it's setting up the first serve and it's really finding that shot after the serve that you want to smack away. Or it's being, I guess, relentlessly aggressive and constantly just smacking your, whether it's forehand or backhand weapon down at the other end, at the opponent, kind of destroying them piece by piece. I just know that isn't my game. And I guess that's the beauty of tennis, is everyone has different styles of game, and that works for me. Something else may work for you. So I would suggest jotting down some clear strengths that you have. It can be anything. I wouldn't advise like drop shots and things like that. It's things that are reliable. It's coming into the net, being amazing with your net play. So setting up the point and then coming into the net. Things like that. Very specific and things that can be done repeatably. Which is obviously why I said the drop shot is not a suitable game plan. It's not something you can do all the time. Obviously, if you're playing very well, then so be it. But something like taking the ball early, each shot, having something to focus on, that's something I can do all the time. And it, like I said, it can take a lot of stress away from the match because I'm just thinking about the ball coming to me. So then I lose all other negative thoughts that I'm having. Let me know how you get on with your progress with the game plan I've suggested. I think having 3 clear strategies going into a match helps so much with clarity, and it takes the pressure off of you mentally with the stresses that you may feel in a match. So keep on it. I would also recommend, if you have the luxury, to do it in training too, but if not, then just match play. It hasn't even got to be match play. In training, if you're just looking to improve, having like clear things to work on can help so much. So please get back to me, let me know how you're getting on, and good luck to you guys.